Welcome to Chris Cook for You Too. Now I'm smiling because I really have a treat for you tonight. This was taken from someone else's site. I didn't see it on the other person's site. I was flimming through my TikTok and I saw the lady. She had made this dessert and then she was saying it was so delicious. And I'm like, okay, well, let me try it and see how good it is. And so I tried it, and it was everything she said and more. And I have no problem giving people praises and accolades when they do something good. And I wanted to try this and share it with you guys. I don't normally like salted caramel. I really have a problem with it. But this was so good, and the salted caramel, it complemented the dessert so well. So I've had that dessert 3 times. Now tonight I am making a double batch, but I think that if you tried this dessert, you're going to truly enjoy it. So I'm giving accolades and praises to Mississippi Queen, and I don't know the lady that was on TikTok that was actually showing it, but if she sees this video, I want to tell her thank you for introducing me and my viewers to something that I think is truly delicious, and they will be cooking it a long time. This dessert is bread pudding. It's good old simple bread pudding. And it's just, it has a twist on it that is so good. And you could just sit there and eat and eat and eat. It's really good. I hope you do try it. Now, everything that you see down here, I have more than what is actually needed because I'm making a double batch. So as always, your description will be in the description box. That's where your recipe will be, and it's just for a single batch, and you can just follow along. So even though you may see a lot of ingredients, don't worry about it. It's only because I'm making a double batch. So let's get started with the ingredients. First, you're going to need 1 loaf of French bread. She used French bread, not regular bread. Now, this is actually 2 loaves because, like I told you, I'm making a double batch. And I did cube it. So I cubed it last night. It's just been sitting here so I can make this today. Now, in addition to that, you're going to need some vanilla extract. You're going to need some eggs, brown sugar, granulated sugar, condensed milk, carnation evaporated milk, some cinnamon. Back here you need whipping cream, nutmeg, salted butter, and it calls for crushed pecans, but I'm just going to crush them up. That's just a twist with the knife. And you can crush them up yourself because the only kind I had was just the halves and the chopped ones. So I'm just going to crush that up. Now, one ingredient I didn't tell you about because this is the star of the show. And whatever you do, do not leave this out. This is your salted caramel. This made this recipe so delicious. And it has to be good for 2 reasons. 1, I don't copy others' recipes and put it on my site, and 2, I don't eat caramel. So for me to go against 2 principles that I hold true, it has to be good. So I'd love to see you try it. So what I'm going to do is to go away, get myself together as far as all my ingredients, and I'll be right back. It's quick, fast, and in a hurry, but truly you will not be disappointed. Be right back. Okay, now I've already added the carnation milk to the bowl. So now it's in the bowl and I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to be whipping as I go because I want to go ahead and get all of this blended up. That is my granulated sugar. And I'm going to try to talk over that loud sound. Next to that granulated sugar, I'm going to go ahead and add my brown sugar. this. Now you don't have to add them one at a time. You can add them however you want to. Now I told you I'm making a double batch, so it looks like it's a lot. It's really not a lot because it only calls for 4 eggs. And as you can see, I'm putting 8 in here. Do is just to make sure that it's blended up. I'm going to go ahead and add my vanilla flavor. I'm going to add my nutmeg. And I'm going to add my cinnamon. Now I'm going to stop this and I'm going to empty out my 2 cans of condensed milk. And that's what I have in my hand. So I'm going to put that in and then I'm going to bring you back and I'm going to add the whipping cream. And I want to add the whipping cream last because I don't want it to whip. I only want the taste of it. So I'm going to add that last. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I've already emptied the 2 cans of condensed milk and I have them in my bowl already. So now I'm going to move back over to my French bread. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my butter. So the condensed milk is in here. I'm going to stir that for a little while and then I'm going to add the whipping cream. Okay, now I have everything all mixed up in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring back my bread, which I have sitting right here, and I'm going to pour over it all of this mix. So it's at this point that you would go ahead and you would preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So you're just going to toss this one time, maybe halfway through the sitting process, about 10 minutes. You can go in and toss it just a little bit to make certain that all of your bread is getting saturated with your mix. And that's it. We'll pan it up and we'll go ahead and we'll add some pecans to it. Be right back. Okay, now I'm back and it's set. Really, it's set a little bit longer. It's set about 45 minutes. So that was good because that's what it was, actually what it was supposed to set. So what I've done is, as you can see, it's softened up and it's good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump it into my buttered pan. Okay, this pan is buttered. Now that wasn't something that it called for, but I buttered it before, so I buttered it this time as well. Okay, now I'm going to put it in the 350 degree oven. It's already preheating. And I'm going to allow it to cook for about an hour. And I have to check that, but I think it's an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know when I do your when I make it out for you. We're just going to clean up a little mess that I have here. Okay, now I'm going to top this. I have it all evenly distributed in my pan. Okay, so I'm going to top this with some pecans. I'm telling you, this dessert is really good. And I know you're going to love it. I'm doing something else on my table as well. And that's what you hear in the background. This is so good. Alrighty, so there I have it. I've topped it with some pecans, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in my oven, and I'll bring it back once it bakes off. But right here, I'm going to go ahead and put some aluminum foil over the top of it. And the last 10 minutes of baking, I'll take the aluminum foil off so that my pecans can get a little bit crispy. Okay? So I'll bring you back once this is done, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll probably bring you back when I get ready to take the top off of it, so I can just take the last 10 minutes and allow my pecans to crispy. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm taking it out of the oven, and I'm just gonna take this off. Ooh. Now I'm going to put it back in the oven so that these pecans can actually just toast up a little bit, because they're kind of soft from the wrapping being on it. So I'm gonna put it back in for 10 more minutes, and then I'll bring it back. Okay, now I'm back, and I've taken it out of the oven, and I'm at this table, and I just want to show you what she did next. She took this caramel, this salted caramel, and she poured it all over the top. Do not sell this caramel part cheap, because I'm telling you, this takes this dessert to the next level. So I'm going to dish up a little bit, because this is really a delicious dessert. Now I haven't allowed it to cool. I don't really think it needs to. And I don't, some people like their bread pudding to be cold. I like mine to be hot and good. So I'm put this down on this plate, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the balance of my little caramel that's left in here, my salted caramel, and I'm going to add it. Now I'm telling you, and I don't, you know, like I said once before, my channel is really my cooking, and it's all my own creations. But when you get something this good, you truly got to share. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So there it is. That's what she made. I tried it. I loved it. I think if you try it, you're truly going to enjoy it. And this is her bread pudding with the salted caramel topping. This is a really good dessert. Try it. I think you will enjoy it. And as always, thank you for watching. Chris Cook for you too. Bye, Mississippi Queen. Thank you for your recipe. I know we're going to enjoy it. Bye. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Chris Cook for You Too. And don't forget to share this video. Bye.